Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the second episode of Heavy Thoughts. Today I am here with two of my brothers and my lovely co-host as well. So I got Will Lankford right here, quarterback from Alabama. I got Torrence Williams, you feel me? Local legend, local D-line legend.
What it do?
And I got Ian Westbrook in the cut.
Second appearance.
All these guys, my guys, man. Played an integral part in turning this operation into what it is today. And man, thankful for y'all stopping by for real. So,
For sure.
man, one thing about all of us is four teammates sitting around the table. It's always good just to sit back, catch up with the guys, man. And I wanna lead this off and really show my appreciation to you for making me into the player that I am today. You know what I mean? There's definitely been a lot of advice, and I've learned a lot from you over the years, man. And
For sure.
just bringing up the next generation is huge, man. It's huge. So how are you trying to how have you done that in the past, and then I guess segueing into the future of everything? How do you continue to how are you planning on continuing to do that?
Man, for real, the difference between good players and great players is those who are going to help others, man, and do things for their teammates. There's no point in being part of the team if you ain't going to help the team. You feel me?
For sure.
So if there's a guy under me or a guy beside me that I feel like I can help, I'm going to help him. Or if I feel like I can learn some things from the guy beside me or under me, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's team at the end of the day.
For sure.
And with you or any of the guys, y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you at all times, man. But like I said, man, it's good to hear that I impacted people, because that's real all I wanted to do, man. It make you better, make me better. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I could do that, and I'm gonna continue to do that no matter where I'm at, whether it's coaching, whether it's working in a factory behind somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help the next man, because why not? Really?
For sure. What are different ways that you guys been helped? You know what I mean? Like just coming up.
My locker was right beside Torrance's, so it was
great time.
Great times, man. So kind of like John had said, I kind of sat back, my freshman year, and tried to just soak in everybody that was around me. I had him beside me. I had Omar Rogers too. So just two dogs for real. So I'm over here trying to learn as much as I can, and then I'm over there running the scout for the offense, bro, and I'm running for my life, and it would literally be up and down the entire time. I throw a ball that was great. Torrence behind there, great ball, Will. Come back, throw a ball straight to the opposition. Torrence, what the hell was that? I said, I'm not gonna lie, I had no time, and it was like, so.
Make something happen.
You ain't gonna have time.
Make something happen.
I was like, time in the game. Yeah, you got to make something happen.
I was like, damn. But I took everything with a grain of salt, and I think that's kind of what's helped me now. Like, I've gone from 3 to 1,
for sure,
basically. Yeah. So I think just taking the bumps and bruises with it has kind of helped it for the most part. I'd say, and hopefully I can bleed it down to the younger guys after me. I'm trying to get acclimated with the new freshmen that are incoming.
Absolutely.
Because we're only a year apart, but I still want to be OG.
That's that core group of guys.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's who coming up with you.
Basically.
So, man. So, hell yeah, man. It's cool that we all ended up here too, especially knowing the differences and even where we played in high school. We all from, I feel like all the leagues that we played in were so different in themselves. I'm from, up in New Jersey playing at what is it, Group 5 ball? Hell yeah. That's as big as it get up there, you know what I mean? And then, it's seeing how we all come from different places. I come from up north. These guys are all from down here, so I guess I'm always just so interested in seeing the differences. Did you guys have spring ball in high school? Was that a thing for y'all?
Man, if we had spring ball, it was 2 to 3 optional practices. So it wasn't really no spring ball you had to be there. But if you wanted that work, you was gonna be there, if that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
No, we had spring ball 2 weeks. That's all it went. I remember my first spring ball. Not my first. Yeah, it would be my first because it was freshman year. I wouldn't be there for that coming into my freshman year, but it was going into my sophomore year where I was able to make a mark for myself on varsity. It was my first time getting up there because freshmen play JV. That spring ball is where you made your mark. Sadly, all the coaching staff left. As soon as I made my mark, offensive coordinator left. It was actually who was the tight end coach last year?
Coach Orban.
Orban, yeah, it was Orban. So he was my offensive coordinator, yeah, and he was cool. He was loving me, and I was able to make a name for myself. And sadly, everybody left as soon as we get going this summer. But
spring ball in Alabama is non-existent for real.
Word?
too hot.
So no, not even that. My fault.
No, you good.
It's like it's optional. So like some teams will have it, and like the teams that have like dogs on their team will like play. So like most people know about like Hoover for real and like Thompson. Like they're churning out players. Like Thompson didn't have a spring ball this year, but like if you don't have a spring ball, they'll let you start practice a week earlier than other teams that did have a spring ball. So my coach, he didn't really care about recruiting. He just liked winning games. But my junior year, or after my junior year, so like going into my senior year, I'd asked him if we're gonna have a spring game. He was like, yeah, we'll have it. So I'm telling coaches, I think we're gonna have a spring game. The week we were supposed to start, nothing.
No spring game.
Nothing. Literally nothing. I was like,
crazy.
dang. So like my recruitment took a hit because I was like, whenever I was like after my first year starting, I was like, oh yeah, it's up for sure. Like I'm finna show them like it's been straight work. I played basketball. Like I showed I was athletic. I was like, yeah, I'm finna be straight for real. No spring ball. I was like, all right. So I just gotta go stupid senior year. But luckily I kind of already committed before my first game, so I committed here. Yeah.
So
COVID screwed everything up for the high school.
Literally.
For our age, I mean, y'all caught it right at the end of senior year. I don't know.
He was in college.
He was in college. Yeah,
He was in college.
I was deep in college. That was like a year before 2020. So that was like my beginning of my senior year, end of my junior year. So I was in college. I was deep into it then. Like, so it didn't affect us much. I kind of liked the virtual school. I ain't had to go and see. I ain't had to get up out the bed and see folks every day. Like,
so
it was kind of love, but at the end of the day, like you also couldn't do nothing. So it was kind of, you had to just find some fun with yourself, with your boys. You know what I'm saying? So you really couldn't go out nowhere and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you wanted to do, like you really couldn't do nothing. So I mean, it kind of forced you though. Kind of forced you to find out who you was though. In a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that year, even though it was just a whole bunch of nonsense, like it did. For some people, like it did teach you like who you were, who you could be. You know what I'm saying? It was like a make or break kind of thing. Like especially for training. Like if you wanted to train and stuff, you had to go out there and by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
by yourself
on the field. Like you just had to go put that work in. Like if you didn't, like when we came back, you saw the difference for sure. Like
absolutely.
That was the best days of work too.
Literally.
Oh yeah, what?
Cause we had like 3 of us. It was just 3 of friends, like constantly every day getting
You
work.
had to, like you had no choice. Like it wasn't like you was gonna have practice. Like
Literally.
next week or something like that.
No coach.
None of that. Like you just had to
Just
do your own
straight
research.
self-discipline. For real.
Right.
Like you can choose if you want to get out of bed or not.
For sure.
Right.
So
it was a very intrinsically driven kind of time.
That's a
you know
hell of
what
a
I mean?
word.
You know, that motivation.
That's a hell of a word.
can you spell that?
For sure.
Intrinsic, INTRIN
Fact check that.
SIC. Intrinsic. Listen with a Z.
We'll look it up after.
Somebody fact check.
Don't go
that.
with it.
And
Literally.
if I got it
Throw
wrong,
that
I got
in
it
the
wrong.
comments.
You feel me? Like but that motivation really had to it had to come from within to really get up every day and go do something. Especially
Facts.
because you didn't know whether how far this was gonna go, how big things were gonna get, and if you was really at one point with how motherfuckers was making it sound, you ain't know if there was gonna be football again.
You really did.
Literally.
Real
Yeah.
shit.
You know, like.
You really did.
And there were teams in high schools and, even a lot of high school programs, they're like, hey, bro, I don't know if we're going to even have 11-on-11 anymore. I heard a lot of high schools talking about switching to, like, the 7-on-7, that whole kind of thing, 8-man football, whatever, bro. Like, it was –
God.
I would have quit.
There's 8-man football in Alabama, and I went to go see one game, and I thought I would actually, look like
It's
Bo
8-man.
Jackson.
Bro, it's 8-man football in North Carolina too.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
It's like low. It's like 1A. I don't think it's in the bigger schools.
It's the same. It's like private schools in Alabama, like super
Yeah.
small, like Christian private schools.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That don't have enough guys to go to the school to
They
play.
still
11.
play within the 50, like same yard length and everything, right?
Pretty
8-man.
sure.
See that
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so.
That's-
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
wild.
You got 16 players instead of 22.
It's like arena football, low key.
Oh yeah.
Arena football is hard.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a
yeah.
coach that plays
People like to joke about arena football, but listen,
Them walls are not soft.
No.
They have to be able
different.
to catch a human body.
Yeah.
The ball is different. Like the play is different. Like I know. Like I think some arena football does like CFL. Like the
like
receivers get like a
they can
10-yard
move.
start.
Weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Right.
motion.
You running
It's a
full
motion.
speed. Listen, if you can play DB out there, you can play DB anywhere. You
Literally.
guard somebody going full speed when the ball snap. Like
And they time it.
Literally.
Timing that shit.
Like you gotta be able to guard that. Like there's no way in hell.
Oh yeah, nah.
No way.
Yeah, I'd be sick if I was a DB.
Sick.
I would not. I would. Bro,
Sick.
I would be sick. Canada. Imagine them running full speed, not even going for a route.
It's
Imagine
no
you get,
backbone. It's
bro.
no backbone.
Imagine you
So
get a DK Metcalf size receiver. I'm not gonna say speed, but running as hard and as fast as he can, and then acts like he's going for a route and straight
Up top.
booms you. I'm talking about just tries to hit stick you,
Oh,
take you out of commission.
It's gonna be one of them. Every time. Every time.
And you 180. Goodness gracious.
God.
Salute to them DBs for sure.
I would cut them.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't.
They're getting cut.
Get cut.
6'3", them knees ain't bulletproof.
What?
That's damn sure.
crazy.
Them knees ain't
That's for
bulletproof.
anybody.
Literally.
Yeah.
Nah, no cap, no cap, man. Speaking of just not being bulletproof, have you guys like gone through a big kind of career changing injury or something that's really taught you like the value of football?
Man, I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
I tore my ACL.
I'm blessed to say that I've never had a major injury. I think the worst injury I've ever had was like my senior year, like second to last game. I rolled my ankle pretty bad against a rival team. That was it though. Like other than that, I've been pretty smooth.
Tight.
I mean, I've had some injuries. Never really affected. I mean, they were kind of big. I had like some ankle sprains and breaks, and then I screwed up my back like my senior year in summer. But I would say not like an injury, but like a career change. So some would say is like I said, the coaching change. Shit screwed everything.
Yeah.
You have a whole new coaching staff, a new head coach, new position coaches, all that. So I mean, that took a toll. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
for sure.
That's college for real.
yeah, this is high school.
college,
It's high
bro.
school, bro. This is high school, and yeah.
That's the reality of college football. One day you have a coach you've been rocking with for your whole time here, and the next day it's somebody else walking
Right.
with
Who you
you.
telling me? I done had 3 different head coaches in college.
Damn.
Got recruited by one, came in with another, and finished with another.
Oh my gosh.
And I had like 5 different strength coaches. Like yeah, we had 5 different ones.
Before we get to the,
I didn't even know about the strength coaches. I thought DeMarco was tenured.
it was like 4 or 5, bro. No cap.
before we get to the
Damn.
to the comeback story, man, I gotta hear what's it like? Like, what's that transition like? What's even the period with like no head coach? Like, I feel like that is so crazy wild. Like,
insane.
what happens?
It's like, honestly, bro, like as the player, all you can do is like just work, be ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like I said, I came in with a different coach. Was expecting one thing. Had a different strength coach then. Like had a different mindset coming in. Then you come in, you got a whole new staff, whole new strength coach. Like things are different, but luckily, like I was just coming in, so it was like. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was used to one thing and then got another. It was like
You're still relatively new.
It was like I was introduced to one thing, but then you know what I'm saying, ended up going to something else. So it wasn't too crazy. But
For sure.
after that, it's kind of like up in the air. Like all you can do as a player is just ball, be ready to ball. Like change is coming. Things is about to be different. So all you can do is control what you can control for right now. You know what I'm saying? That other stuff is gonna come later. But back to your question about the injury, man. I think I had two life-changing injuries, bro. I broke my leg in 8th grade, bro, playing basketball. It was during baseball season, though. Now, don't get me wrong. Baseball was my first love. Like, I'm better at baseball than I've ever been at football to this day. But after that, it was kind of like, I don't know, like, baseball just wasn't what it was. Like, I got to high school, coaching was, you know what I'm saying? It was like 8th grade, so I was coming to my freshman year. Like, I had different coaches. They were kind of like, bullshitting it to a sense, you know what I'm saying? So like I kind of just focused on football, and I was able to like recover and be ready for football. So I made like a big impact that freshman year. So I say that's the first change. Like I gave up my first love to go play football and just hit people. You know what I'm saying? My second love, I guess. And most recently, man. So like every year I played at Elon, man, I've been hurt every year with something, but I've never missed practice or miss the game.
For sure.
Whether I almost lost a thumb, whether I, sprained my knee, rolled an ankle, wrist, toe, anything. Like I never sat out. Like I taped that shit up. Let's go. But you know what I'm saying. Last season, man, for our playoff game, sprained my MCL before I played the game.
Finish that bitch out though.
Yeah, finish.
Not only did I finish, but I was making plays. Like I was still balling with it. Sprained MCL. Nobody knew except me and our
And what, Joe?
trainer. No, Storesville. The only people that knew. I was sitting. When I got my knee hit, bro, it came off the field. I was like, bro, something ain't right. You know how you do like a little check of your leg?
Check,
like,
yeah.
Everybody got
a little shake.
Yeah, you move side to side and shit. I was like, oh my God, like something is wrong. Like, but I was like, nah, that's my last game. I can't go out like that. I said, give me a knee brace.
Let's ride.
Keep going. You know what I'm saying?
You snap.
Play the rest of the game. MCL is basically just all the pieces at this point. I feel like, but I played the rest of the game. Did what I had to do. Thing about it was, bro, y'all know I was trying to pro football.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I had to get ready for a national scouting combine like a month away. Well, about a month or two away. Didn't even get my X-ray or nothing yet. I probably got my MRI maybe 2 weeks before the national scouting combine. So I didn't even know what was going on for real.
Damn.
Had like a grade 2 MCL sprain. So I had to play that with an MCL injury. Then I had to train and get ready for pro day with the same MCL. I didn't have time to just sit there and do treatment. Like, I had to go right into it. So like my speed was terrible. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what my 40s was, but my 40s, I'm gonna just say they haven't been that slow since I was in high school, bro. And I was just so sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was like a part of like me getting to the next level, having a little bit of speed with my size. You know what I'm saying? And like that impacted me a lot these last couple months, because it's like I ain't really had no choice. I didn't have no choice to just sit there and do treatment. I had to get myself out there to get picked up. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, things ain't work out that way, but I'll say definitely that was probably one of those injuries that changed everything for me, for sure.
For sure. And I feel like, we've spoken about this process a little bit. We haven't really gone into too much depth, but one thing that, that I always notice is that no matter what the circumstances was at the time, this is my first time even hearing that, that the injury from the last game, from that Furman game, has something to do with it. You know what I mean? And there was the fact that you didn't, make excuses throughout that whole thing, and you went out there and gave it every ounce that you had, bro. That's respect for real, because to be able to go through something that
I appreciate it. You feel me? I appreciate it.
Not without
to be able to go through something like that, it takes a lot, bro. And to
I could never
keep your head down and keep working regardless of the cards you was dealt in that circumstance. Like, fuck, man, I don't know. You a better man than me, because I would have made sure everybody knew about that shit. I'd been like, look, X, Y, and Z. This is why. But you ain't make excuses.
But see, now y'all done heard the stories, or if you was there, now you know why I was tweeting how I was.
That definitely makes a lot more sense.
I done put my whole life on the line, like my whole future on the line for a team, bro.
For a game.
For a game to get us, you know what I'm saying? We already down. Ain't no telling whether we's gonna win or lose, but we already down. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I could have just said, "Oh, we losing."
I might as well try and save myself for this combine.
You feel me? That's what. I put myself on the line for the team, bro.
Sure.
And my return on investment was slim to none. You feel me? And that's just how it was. But I've always told myself,
I wouldn't even say anything. I would have snuck somebody. Somebody would have caught one.
If you think that didn't come across my mind,
I thought
that
might need to be another episode.
It's also like, but actual real shit kind of perspective, being able, everybody at one point or another, when adversity like that hits, you have the thought of damn, I just want to I want to lash out, I want to do X, Y, and Z, but to have you really gotta have a level of discipline to not do that. You know what I mean? And when we all, that's something that football in general, I feel like teaches us.
Yeah, discipline. Like number one.
From when somebody does something, messed up to me, and my first reaction is where my one's at? But I'm like, yo, cool it for a sec.
Yeah, collect yourself.
Sit back, recollect your thoughts, think what's going on. Like football teaches you how to get angry professionally.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Literally.
It teaches you how to be professionally angry because angry me before football, like if I feel like angry me not before football because I've been playing forever, but like if I didn't have it and I didn't have these lessons, I feel like I would, raise your voice, yell, whatever. Like
I would just put hands on people. I'm so serious. There's a story about when my little sister would get like my little sister was getting bullied by this kid.
Word.
And so I'm older than her by like 2 years. Yeah. So I tricked my dad. Like we go to like this thing called after school care. We went to after school care. I tricked my dad to pick me up first. We rode to my sister's like after school care. I was sprinting. I knew all the counselors, so they just let me blow by. We pointed out the kid that's bullying my sister, and I'm like a bear with my sister. So somebody talked about her, and her's like putting hands on her. I was finna go try and kill this little nigga. I was really finna try and like murder this little nigga. Oh my dad comes outside. She sees us like trying to find this kid. He comes out. He picks me up on my shirt. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "You messing with my sister, Dad? Like you can't do that." He's like, "Get your ass in the car." I said, I was hot. I was trying to break away. Really, I thought he was gonna sign her out. I'd go out and just sprint back in. Yeah. But nah, I got my ass whooped. ain't no fighting my dad.
Ass whoopings be the worst.
The ass whoopings was horrible when I was a kid. Man, it was either a switch or a belt or a hand.
Man, and people not whooping their kids no more, man. That's the problem.
Literally.
Bro.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Man, listen.
It's a big problem.
Them whoopings, I don't care what nobody say. That's not no
humble you.
That's not no direction. That's not like no correlation to you being aggressive, blah, 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 later on in life.
It's not abusing your child.
No, bro.
Whooping your child is going to discipline.
That teach you some things, bro.
Yeah.
It's to wear people out.
It shows you punishment.
A good whooping to turn a bad child around.
I swear. I was a horrible child.
terrible child.
I go whooped a lot.
He said horrible.
I was a bad kid.
I was just bad. I wasn't horrible. I had some morals.
I was bad, bro, but my grades was good, so you couldn't say but too much to me. You had to.
When you was an early.
My grades were bad.
You told me something like you was like in like kindergarten, like what 3, 4?
Yeah, 3. My birthday was late.
School.
Damn.
Yeah, you know, school start like August. You know, so
Yeah.
my birthday was September. So when I got there, I was 3. Technically.
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
Barely even speak, but
Nah, I was speaking great. I was eating hamburgers and shit. Wow. You see how big I am? I was doing shit early.
I remember you started early.
I remember the
I don't
funniest.
even remember when I was 3. I gained consciousness at 5.
Hey, bro.
You was saying ABCs at 3.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, I believe Torrence was eating hamburgers and shit at 3 because
Yeah, I believe it too.
The first thing I heard in college when I talked to Jill about Torrence, it was my freshman year. I'll never forget this. I was like, damn, you ever just see how like Torrence be running people over? She's like, yeah, he's just like a big singular black muscle, and I'm just like,
Black muscle.
That's crazy.
like, I mean, it makes sense though.
It do
This
make
is a
sense.
white lady.
Jill.
Snapped. Snapped for sure.
That's my first time hearing that. That's
Big black muscle
That's
is
outrageous.
insanity.
Singular black
Shout
muscle.
out Jill though. But
Jill,
black muscle is
I fuck with
crazy.
Jill heavy though. She gets shit done.
She
bro.
funny.
Oh,
She is
You
hilarious.
feel
though.
me? Can crack a joke because I feel like just the fact that she hear us crack jokes all the time, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you work in a college football facility, you gonna get funnier by the time you
Jill's
leave.
definitely heard some shit.
Because when Jill came in, like, you know what I'm saying, she was cool and whatnot, but she wasn't as open as she is now. Like, not just being around us and, you know what I'm saying, realizing like how we are and stuff. Like, she's really been a good person for sure. It's like, I fuck with Jill heavy, yo. Big shout outs to Jill.
Big shout out to you, Jill.
Yeah, Jill.
Hell yeah.
Jill the GOAT, man.
Tight. Man, but before college football, I always say this. I miss high school football so much, bro.
Man,
Because I could walk out on the field.
high school in general.
I don't know about all of high school, man. Getting up, being in school at 7
I'm sorry,
on the dot was
I
terrible.
play sports year round, so it was a little different. If you didn't play sports year round, I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
only played football in high school.
yeah.
I
for
played
sure.
football and basketball, so I only had like the spring was like a little break time, and then I started doing 7-on. I said,
See, look, you should did some track too, bro.
I was on track.
Bro, track
all
was
my
our
friends,
love, bro.
all my friends did track. Literally, like my old like high school friend group, all of them did track. All of them are in college now for track. I was the only one that didn't.
So you was tripping.
I was.
You
I had to have
tripping.
been.
You tripping, bro.
But I'm not gonna lie. If I would have did track, I would not be a quarterback. I would not be a quarterback.
Hey, it'd be like that though. I ain't gonna lie
you
to
would see you. I would have been on your side of the ball. I would have been safety. I loved playing safety when I played safety.
For real, if I would have, if I'd have really started track early on, like had a real coach for like shot putting distance, I probably wouldn't have.
You wouldn't play football?
Ain't no telling. Because I had scholarships to do both at some other schools, but like
that's crazy.
But
I had scholarship for 2 sports.
Damn, you throwing.
But they were like, you know what I'm saying, D2 scholarships, whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so I always felt like I was a D1 type person.
Yeah,
so
you
that's
talking
why
about a person who never got a scholarship in their life.
I feel that.
1, 2, 3, none.
I feel that.
And yet has more money than everybody at this table.
Bruh.
But chill out. You see how things work though, right? You see how things work? You know what I'm saying? He never get no scholarship, but he making pay.
Cap.
More paper than our coaches. So like no cap, you know what I'm saying? But
literally, I'm just thankful for what the people around me have been able to build me up into, bro.
For sure,
that's really what it is. That saying that it takes a village, like, it's true, because there are a lot of people who busted their ass to get me to where I'm at. There are a lot of people who sacrificed a lot of stuff to get me to where I'm at. So it ain't never about, at least for me, the value ain't never placed on no dollar amount.
Right.
If I've been blessed by God enough to, be in this position financially, there's no saying that I'm gonna stay here.
For sure.
So while I'm in this kind of place, my main goal is to make the impact stretch that it could. Like I view it as I'm able to do, things for other people without having to worry about it. And I'm able to, make sure that myself and my people are like, not like whole family. I ain't making that kind of money, but like, to be able to kind of balance this full-time job, and at least from like the financial perspective, to be able to, put it back into the content, making things better, put it into, different initiatives, trying to help people out, just any ways that we could try to do that, or just bring a smile to somebody's face. Like, that's so much more worth it at the end of the day than any sort of check or whatever can come with. Because it's gonna come. There's advertising budgets, and like that's there's I provide a service to companies for compensation. Like it's how it works economically, and there's no running from that. But I also think like when it comes to the financial side of things, it's never as crazy as a lot of people who you see on the internet try to make it seem too.
And I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because one thing I know about you, like you've been doing things to like give back, what I'm saying, get your boys out there, what I'm saying, let people see them, like, what I'm saying, you had all right to be an asshole and be like, I was down, I'm up now, like y'all get out my face, like I'm him, you know what I'm saying, like you had that opportunity to do that, but like instead you using where you got to help others too, bro, and you know what I'm saying, I commend you for that, because I know a lot of people who
wouldn't do that.
Who had it all from the beginning,
sure.
and wouldn't even give you half a nickel if they could.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? But since I've known you, bro, you've always been giving back, been talking highly of others. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never been no full asshole about it. So I fuck with you for that. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna claim that like, I can't like my situation, childhood. I was good, man. You feel me? Like I didn't come from. I was lucky enough and blessed enough to not have to face a lot of the hardships that I've seen, my teammates even had to go through. So, just been very, very thankful in that aspect of my life. And that's all I could even leave it at.
For sure.
But man, listen. Scholarships in multiple sports now. That's crazy.
Bro.
That's insane.
Listen, bro. Early on, man, my mama told me like, you gotta earn your scholarship because I ain't got no money to pay for it.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? She told me that early. I'm sure a lot of people have been told that early too. So like I had to make a way. Like every sport I did, like, I had to go above and beyond the best I could, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to get to college and I had to find a way to get to college. So that's what I did, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It just is what it is.
Hell yeah. Trying to like all the struggle for the improvement of the next generation. For all the struggle that in my life, I struggle in my life so my kids can have a little bit of an easier time. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to, everybody, we all just trying to build. And that's all we can do. As men, sometimes I feel like we just completing a list of tasks all day. But we all just trying to build at the end of the day, man. So hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. College football though, as a whole. Fuck.
These thoughts getting real heavy now.
The thoughts starting to get heavy.
Getting real heavy.
What was weighing on me heavy in college football is training camp, man. And I know a lot of these guys got camp coming up too. God, I think we should take this opportunity to kind of, share some secrets that help us get through camp, whether it's physically,
You need to
mentally.
pray for these brothers.
Because it's gonna be
This is
hot.
my only camp. This is my first real camp.
Yeah,
I'll say like my freshman year, like I'm not gonna say it like wasn't a real camp, like because I still went through it, but I was drinking out of a water hose for a little bit, but not as bad as like I'm going to be like going into this camp. Like
I feel that.
Like going from being a freshman quarterback, basically in the spring getting thrown into the starting position, which like you're holding on to, and going into fall camp, and then everything just gets cranked up to like 100. Like spring, you're still learning a little bit, like you're learning the offense a little bit still, right. But now like you might not have a full grasp of it, but you got like two hands going like this around it, like at least you're not squeezing it, bro. Right. I know that this first fall camp practice is going to be hell. Because one mistake, the whole defensive sideline. Insanity.
You know how we
If
get.
I throw a pick, they're going to go insane. And you know what's going to be even worse? The coaches are going to go insane.
Oh, yeah.
For both sides. Farmer's going to be just
Up your
on
ass.
white on rice.
Yeah, but see,
ass.
Will, when you go in there, bro, like like I said, you was our scout team quarterback. Yeah. Like you got it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Don't think about if I throw no pick, cause like
You gonna throw it.
Man, you was hardly throwing picks when I started defense last year, and we had a great team last year. You was dicing us up a couple practices. There was a couple times I was like, man, I don't know if we're gonna win this weekend because we're whooping our ass.
And we go out there and get right.
Yeah, like if we can't beat Will, like ain't no way we gonna beat
the dude that know what they doing.
Yeah, you feel me? Like so, like, bro, I think you're gonna be straight, bro. If you just go in there and have that confidence, like I know you got, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be fine, bro. You gonna be fine
For sure. Appreciate
you know
that.
What I'm saying? You gotta. You know how defense gets. So if I was you, bro, I had that mindset to be like, y'all ain't gonna have no time to celebrate with me on the field. Y'all might do that with the 2s or the 3s, but with me, y'all gonna be sick. That's the mindset you need to have, bro. For sure, you're gonna be straight though. For sure, bro.
I'm so excited, bro. I've never been excited for fall camp.
That's how you gotta be though. You gotta be excited because the only thing that ain't exciting is that heat. Boy, that heat get to you.
He gets
that heat do something
we on the turf. We on the turf majority. Like you know how last year we started on the grass.
Yeah.
The first practice we're on turf.
Oh, y'all hot.
Yeah, from the jump.
Shucks.
This
A
is news
sick
to me.
feeling.
That's a shucks moment.
Hurting.
I'd seen the script.
I could feel the sweat.
Cleats melting.
I could feel the sweat already.
Bro, if you think
I
it's
feel
bad
the
for us,
burn. I'm
imagine
finna be chilling myself.
imagine that D3 school.
You seen that?
Oh,
one
yeah,
with
That
black
D3
turf?
school. Oh my God.
What's it called? Hold
They
on.
got the black turf.
They got
no
like
way.
black turf.
Yeah.
Bro,
Does it get hot up there?
I saw that. I said, well, I mean, it's in New York. New York probably still hits 90.
I don't know, though.
SUNY
I don't
Morrisville,
know.
I'm pretty
that
sure.
black turf though might not be as hot as you think though. It might not.
Might be hotter though.
It really might be hotter than we think.
It's either hotter or cooler, bro. It ain't no in between. It ain't gonna be the same.
It literally.
Well, you gotta think about how hot green turf gets.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's black turf.
That's like
Nothing
green
gets hotter
turf,
than
really
Alabama
the color of
summers.
green turf is what, like 10% maybe of them little beads.
boy,
You feel me? But when it's
Full
100%,
100%. Straight black.
Yo, if you go to
Asphalt. That's asphalt
if you go to
cooking.
the State University of New York up in Morrisville and you play O line
Or D-line.
or D line, or you just over,
Or you get tackled a lot.
Or you just
over
heavy.
230. Yeah, if
Just
you just
heavy.
you just
Literally.
heavy, you want stab, you heavy. If you want a
They're not gonna have
video,
a single
you
player
a video
over
man, and
300.
you heavy.
Straight sweat work.
I'm sorry.
ain't nobody getting no weight.
I'm gonna
Literally.
look you straight in your eye and tell you I'm sorry because
I apologize, brother.
oh my gosh.
I lost, bro.
Free if you want to
Last fall camp on grass for the most part. Keep that in mind. I lost 8 pounds. Black turf for the entirety of a fall camp.
Brother,
They're gonna have a
100.
program record at fights.
I would look.
Everybody gonna be mad.
you gonna be
hot.
so
You gonna
pissed
get up
off
so
from
quick.
being hot, bro. Like
You gonna get up so quick when you
no plays are getting accomplished.
I bet you nobody
somebody's
cramping
fired.
first
Somebody,
It's hands
an
every- it's
athletic
hands
director
every
is
day.
getting fired.
Yeah.
They said them all black jerseys would be crazy though. At nighttime, under the lights,
that would be kind of
It'd
crazy.
be hard as
That
hell.
would be. You gotta
Yeah.
wait. You gotta wait till about October though.
Yeah.
Literally.
Man, maybe November.
You feel me?
Probably November.
God.
They got to make it to November.
Yeah.
They got to win enough games to make it to November
Bro, I'm not
to
gonna
actually
lie.
utilize that.
If I went there, I need to go up there for a camp, drop on my playing weight, playing on the black field.
Real.
Let's go.
You
Shit,
want to lose some weight? Go
I'll be
out there for a
210
little
by
bit.
the end.
Yeah. Damn. For sure.
You're going to be a linebacker.
No cap, man. Listen, interior D line, no joke though. Playing that.
I don't care. Nobody say.
We
bro.
talk about this every episode, but
Said it last time.
So, like, what's the hardest? So, wait, what's the hardest position?
I'm telling you, bro.
You think it's interior D line?
Outside of, I think
D line's the most physically hard position.
I'm gonna say. Listen, I'm gonna say D line and O line, maybe. No, I'm gonna just say D line.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Word.
So your O line, you got 5 people. Depending on your defensive scheme, you got 3 or 4. You already outnumbered. Then when the ball snap, you got to put your hands on somebody. You can't just be off the ball.
Arc
somebody
block.
running up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm preferring the DB. Like you're not off the ball. With, you know what I'm saying? Hitting the move, staying with somebody. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when the ball snap, you got to put your hands on somebody. Or you gonna be on your back. You feel me? And then being outnumbered, you got double teams sometimes. If you're really good, you got triple teams sometimes. There's no other position that you getting triple team like that. You might have double coverage at receiver. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't quite the same when you got to put your hands on somebody, because you got to put your hands on somebody, read what they doing, read what the offensive play is,
see through them,
and run your play all at the same time. Like I don't understand how people can say anything is harder than that. Only thing, like I said, the only thing I might say that might have a competition is DB.
I say DB and QB got a word.
I think mechanics.
And I am biased. I'm slightly biased, but I would say DB's like the hardest position on the field. Like, no question. That's like, and when people ask me who my defensive GOAT is, I don't say Lawrence Taylor. I don't say like Aaron Donald. I say
crazy.
Deion Sanders.
Fair.
Yeah.
Say Deion Sanders
I
every
feel
time.
that. Like I said, if it's not D-line, it's DB for sure.
Yeah, like,
For sure.
bro, you mess up, you could like think about it from a crowd perspective, right? Like D-line,
Yeah,
you mess up a few times, you can mess up and be in the right place.
Yeah.
DB, you mess up and you got somebody that's back there knowing what they're doing.
That's right.
Sayonara, you're getting a
Hold on.
touch
Let's
scored on you.
revert that back.
Go ahead.
You can't mess up and not be in the right place. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You think so? You think not?
Gate. Boy.
Listen,
88
if it's a run,
gate.
like say it's a runs play, you know what I'm saying? You mess up, get too far outfield or something or some bullshit, like they cutting it up under you.
I never
and
thought
he can
about it
run
like
the ball
that.
to the crib.
I never thought about it like that. I never thought like usually when I think like defensive like penetration and like D lineman, interior D lineman at least, getting super far upfield, I'm like, oh, that's great. Bro, someone runs a counter? Or someone or you got a running back that knows to cut back. And
Zone the other way. You might cut back.
You don't keep
all
retaining,
set.
you're sick.
all set.
You squeeze me, ain't supposed to squeeze, it's bumping out and going to the crib. Like
Listen, everybody runs single gap football.
Yeah.
And the 2 A gaps, one's going to be taken care of by a linebacker, one's going to be taken care of by a D lineman. 1 B gap is going to be taken care of by a linebacker, one going to be taken care of by a D lineman. Like ideally, you know what I mean? Maybe you got a safety fit and whatever. If you the D lineman who just gives up like that, you lose your gap terribly, everybody's crashing somewhere else. Nobody's coming to save your ass. Everybody, and higher levels of football, everybody crash quick. You know, this run play, DB's, just full dead sprint down, linebackers full dead sprint down. If you out your gap,
you're sick.
running back going this way,
COVID.
everybody else going that way, and they
set.
not going to where the running back is at. Because he going to find where you fucked up. Bro, I'm telling you.
And that's really just defense as a whole.
Yeah.
Like it's different between offense.
Yeah.
Like, your O lineman can kind of mess up a block a little bit, and y'all can have a whole nother play that was running away from him.
You know what's crazy? Like, so to most the OC we have, he'll say defense has to go 1 for 11, offense has to go 11 for 11 in terms of responsibility and assignment execution. They said defense just has one guy that has to blow up a play. Offense has to have 11 guys all on the same page, all doing the same thing for a play to be successful.
That is the
say
wildest thing.
almost-
But
I've
hearing
ever
this changes that. But in my how my brain chemistry was working, I was thinking, yeah, I guess I'm
gonna just give you an example. Y'all running the pass play. Your receiver on the left runs the wrong route, but you wasn't looking for him no way.
Literally.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because I imagine at QB, like, you have your, you know what I'm saying, your key receivers, or you have a route that you really want, you know what I'm saying, that you look at first. You know what I'm saying? Your receiver on the left run the wrong play. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You was throwing it to the guy, you was throwing it to your receiver on the right anyway. Right? Defense.
Corner runs the wrong coverage.
Let the corner mess up. The ball getting thrown. That's what I'm saying. As a quarterback, you done did, you know what I'm saying? You done seen what you wanted, you know what I'm saying? Might not be there, but you collectively.
I also think it takes
look around, you know what I'm saying?
It takes combos of fuck ups to make a defense look trash.
Yes.
No, like I think the biggest thing that's like the biggest like cancer that can happen to a defense is no pass rush and a confused safety.
Yes.
Bro.
That right there, we had that, like, I want to say my first start ever. We ran a play. It was a play action play.
Was it high school?
Yes.
Yeah.
First play ever in high school. We had a play action play. First pass as a like real big boy pass, like as a starter. We come out there and we run just straight verticals, basically. Through a dot straight up the seam, right? So we come back the next drive. We go a play action play. We got a post running backside. No pressure at all. I take 2 steps. I see the safety come down. He's like, oh.
It's raps.
Yeah, he's all set. Threw it over everybody. Receiver literally caught it like this, ran. Nobody between him and the end zone.
But see, that's why I was arguing about what's harder to play, DB or D line, because they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
If you pass rushing, you know what I'm saying, you giving the DB time to, even if he mess up, like, he can catch up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you pressure and quarterback moving around, like he ain't in a position to make a throw, or vice versa. DB's got everybody locked up. You giving your D line pressure to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was kind of arguing, like, which one was the hardest. You know what I'm saying? But like you was saying, like, let one person mess up. Like, as a good quarterback's gonna take advantage of that every time.
Exactly.
Every time.
He gonna find a weak link before the game even start.
For sure.
Every time.
Bro, film. I became a film. I wasn't a film junkie in high school. I watched a lot of film.
Word.
But bro, that first week, like that Vanderbilt week,
God.
I was trying to prep like I was gonna start. Not even gonna cap.
But you have to. That's what you
Damn.
Literally. I looked at like their front four. Oh Lord. I looked at their front four and I was like, all right, I need to know when I'm throwing to one side, I'm gonna have pressure in my face. Like if I like, heaven forbid, we knock 3 players
solid,
down.
for sure.
Their D line was good.
For sure.
Like heaven forbid 3 guys go down and I get thrown in. First game of my freshman year. Heaven forbid. I was just like, all right, throw hot, make sure everything's like straight, make sure everybody's lined up right. I'm learning formations over again. I'm sweating bullets. Then I even found out I was traveling. This was before I thought I was traveling. I was terrified.
Stomach dropped.
What?
For
Bro,
sure.
I got on that plane. I said, this shit ain't real. This shit not real.
It's crazy. It's crazy the scale of football between high school and college. That's what nobody talks about. Just the scale of the game. Like, high school, go to school on Friday, hop on the bus, drive up.
Wear your jersey to class.
Come back same day.
Literally.
What? The jersey to class
Like,
was, I used to have a clean fit on the jersey.
What?
Fresh as the
hoodie under that bitch.
What? I had to roll the sleeves up like the girls know I had the arms on.
You had Adidas in high school? Or you? What?
We had Riddell.
We had Nike.
Snap! I don't even think anybody. What?
Listen, bro. We was on some bullshit, bro. After we left, though, they got them boys right. I think they Nike now.
Bro, we had Adidas. You can't breathe in Adidas jerseys.
Adidas is tight for sure.
Bro, I could see my titty nipples through it. Bro,
I know your lineman was sick.
Bro, what? We had a lineman that went to Kennesaw State. His name, Caleb Newell, Big 60. Bro, that jersey was stretched.
I already know it
to
was.
The max.
He had to put a shirt on
to the max. Oh yeah, he had like on like a loose fitting arm. He didn't care how he looked.
Nasty.
But when he put it on in a game, like he had to wear undershirt because you seeing stomach for sure.
I seen belly button and that thing.
Literally, like, and we didn't.
Fluker. Yeah.
Hey, you seen him now though?
I know you talking about. Yeah.
You seen DJ Fluker now? He's cut. He's like 215 cut.
Yeah,
I remember watching him at Alabama.
It wasn't DJ Fluker. Chance Warmack. It was Chance Warmack always had his stomach out of jersey. They called it Warmacking back in the day. Hell yeah.
That boy big as hell.
No cap. We back from a short hiatus, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Heavy Thoughts from our little commercial break. You feel me? Had to take care of business and shit. Type. Hey man, so what's the best football jersey brand? Like, what's the best brand of football jersey that, in your opinion, just from the ones that you wore?
In terms of jersey, Nike. But in terms of all around like team gear, Nike. Like it's really Nike and Nike.
It's not close.
I think it's not even close, bro. So my friend, I have some friends that go to Liberty, like not even like a super huge FBS school, but shout out Jamal and Darius, my young bulls. But they were like you would think like Liberty would get like stuff like us, maybe not like exclusive gear, but like just some like regular stuff. Bro, they get almost everything. Like Nike's so big, they can produce like the same stuff for every single school. But the worst is by far like for college, Under Armour.
Under Armour's terrible.
Under Armour is terrible. But I digress, because in Alabama, if you have Under Armour and you're in high school, you're the best team in the state. For sure. Like Hoover, when they got their Under Armour deal, Thompson was like, nah, yeah, we gotta get it too. They got an Under Armour deal. So like 2 best teams in the state both have Under Armour.
Word.
Yeah.
We were begging for Adidas.
I feel like when Under Armour hit the scene, though, they was like all the best teams had Under Armour. Like,
Yeah,
they was
absolutely.
You know
For
sure.
They designs.
Their designs was crazy.
Cincinnati's uniforms, I know they switched to Nike, but
Yeah.
bro, Cincinnati been having what their conference is, the American, the AAC.
They're in America.
So they had their conference in the chokehold when it came to the uniform battle. It was just them and UCF. It was them and UCF. In my opinion.
No, UCF is crazy.
But that's that Nike though.
Wild.
That's that Nike.
Moonman?
Oregon.
I didn't even know that's is that one of their fucking mascots? Like what's UCF's Moonman shit?
Well, they had the space U because they, you know.
Oh yeah,
because it's like, damn, isn't it near where they launched Space Shuttle or something like that?
something like that.
I don't know. I'm from Jersey. I apologize, yo. I ain't.
The space uniform.
You feel me?
Crazy.
I'm waiting for Alabama A&M to give me new damn jerseys. So my
Oregon
brother
jerseys though.
They in
Every
Huntsville.
Oregon jersey.
How many
Every-
years your brother
The
got?
egg
left?
whites.
I think he got like 2,
Egg
3.
whites. Crazy.
They might get right.
Dang.
They might. No. See, I had high hopes.
I really want them to, because I'd love to see my brother in something other than just maroon and white. Like maybe some black thrown in and some gray. They've got great jerseys. Shit, we don't got nothing but maroon and white. I got to start shouting out Delaware, but Delaware has some nice ass jerseys.
They do got some.
Listen,
They got some nice
I
ass
know.
jerseys.
Like I was just about to get to. I know some FCS teams who really got it. Like,
Yeah.
EKU.
When it come to jerseys, equipment,
I can name a few.
treatment,
just off the
like
top.
they got it. Like
And that's
I can name
all
a few off the
support
top.
from, like that's all support from. If you really think about it, though, a lot of it is support from like the higher ups at the school.
Bro, a lot of
when schools choose to prioritize football, good things happen. People win games. You get recruits, everything like that. When you choose to put football on the back burner as a school,
yeah, we prioritized basketball and gave them a gym that will never
Steph
be
Curry
full.
gave him a jump.
That will never be full. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna
UNC
say
came. They played UNC the first game in there, and it wasn't even full.
That's insane to think about. For real.
that
Because most Elon students were even cheering for Elon that game. They were going for USC.
I know who I would choose for.
you snap.
UNC fan.
Sorry.
Good. But like just like naming some FCS schools like off the top. A lot in the CAA, like Albany's like they're not like football's not like as important like to other schools, but shoot, they got 3 helmets. And like multiple jersey combinations.
JMU was like that too, but they
JMU
was
too.
winning though. So
Yeah, JMU.
JMU
that makes a
was-
little difference when you get them natties. You know what I'm saying?
JMU was doing more than winning. It was winning.
You see where they at now? They FBS.
Literally.
You know
And not only that, they whooping ass in the FBS too.
Shout out Signetti, man. Good folks. Things had to be a certain way, bro, or he was gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no apologize.
He was a defensive coach too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's how it is.
We switched out.
Them defensive head coaches is just something.
Well,
like,
I'm not even gonna say he was a defensive coach, bro. For real.
He's just a head coach for real.
He was just like a good head coach. Like he didn't choose a side. Like he made sure shit got done on both ends, bro. And that's why I focus on Signetti heavy for sure.
I respect it. I ain't never had Signetti. You know, he probably wouldn't have recruited my ass. To be honest with you.
And he came from Alabama. And he came from Bama. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll listen to everything he said for real.
You've seen the upper echelon of football. You've seen the best that college football gets.
The very top.
College football is
Roll
split
Tide.
up. college football split up in such a that's crazy. College football split up in such a wild ass way though, bro. Like you really think about it, the top 5 teams in college football, it's not even that. It's really the top 2, a fat ass gap, 3, 4, 5, a fat ass gap. The rest of the ranked teams, not like until 10.
I say like
10, 15, another gigantic gap. And then like
it's like section. It's section for sure.
Yeah.
Like last year was the was the craziest year in like of recent college football that I think I've ever like actually understood.
Every game was lit.
Every game was insane.
Yeah, bro. You didn't know who's gonna be good, who's gonna be bad.
Literally,
it was really equal competition across the board. It was
great.
Literally, and then you got these super conferences getting built. Is gonna be crazy.
Super conferences,
bro. Like
talk to me.
Like the Big Ten, right? Just them adding on. I want to say like what they added on USC, UCLA. I'm pretty sure, bro. Them adding them 2 on one.
It's a national brand.
Literally, it's becoming like the NFL. Like I saw something on like the internet. It's becoming more and more like the NFL. You can start seeing like more of the larger schools, the schools that actually want to compete, joining these 2 basically gigantic conferences, which are the Big Ten and the SEC. And it's going to be those 2 conferences in the playoffs for the next foreseeable future.
And you got folks making money now.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
So you have another reason.
So you have another reason to
ball,
and you have more reasons to stay in college.
Absolutely.
So like you got to get a degree to even be able to play. You're going to start seeing more student athletes get degrees. You're going to see more student athletes get more and more money as time goes on because it's only going to become bigger and bigger in terms of like getting NIL opportunities. Like college football's landscape is changing and it's becoming more modernized, and I think it's a great thing for the like not just college football but just collegiate athletics.
Everybody tried to say that NIL was a bad thing.
It's not at all.
If you don't like NIL, bro,
you're staying in the Stone
drunk.
Age.
Yeah,
you're staying in the Stone Age, and you're just like,
I really want these kids to be loyal to a school.
We're
not loyal to your job.
We're sacrificing our body. Our coaches aren't even loyal to this school.
We sacrifice 2.5 months out of every year.
I guarantee you right now.
To have free time.
Literally.
Other than that, it's football.
Literally.
It's football.
I guarantee you right now, if Trishani got a call from I'm not even gonna say like a crazy D1 school.
Yeah, don't say nothing like that.
I'm gonna say like just like Coastal Carolina. Not even crazy. He got a call from them. He's picking up that phone and he's taking it.
I digress.
And I wouldn't blame nobody.
Snapped.
No, look. I can't blame no coach for elevating because someone said you either elevating or you getting worse as a coach, like in that job. You know what I mean? Like
Literally.
Look, I know if you one of the people who say NIL is bad, I want you to be loyal to that real big company that you're working for. That's paying you cents on not even cents on the dollar, cents on the $10,000 that the CEO is making. And you want to tell me to try to, stay at one place and not chase my financial future and try to secure things for my children and, my family and people who come after that? Man, look, I'm not actually. I just hope that you have a change of heart someday.
Nobody's gonna like that.
Anybody's dedicating this much time, effort, blood, sweat, tears, like to this one game, they deserve to get paid.
We here while the entire student body is on vacation, bro. And it's not, and this is normal.
I'm not going home until October.
And then they wonder, and then what I'm saying, a lot of people be wondering why, like, when people get done with football, they don't know what to do. Like, you done invested all of your time into football. Like, there's some people who was great in college, had, went through their little, their little pro scouting phase, blah, 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 and didn't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand why some people ain't, because, like, I've been in it. I ain't gonna say I put all my eggs in one basket or whatnot.
For sure.
But, like, when you dedicate your life to football, like,
and this is what you've been doing since you was little.
Some people been doing this since they was 5, 6.
I've been playing this sport since I was in kindergarten.
Yeah,
so for those that don't understand, that's 5 years old to 6 years old.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like for me, I've only been playing since like 7th grade. Really ain't take it serious until 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So my tenure ain't as long as everybody else's, but even still, like, I'm a 0-100 person. So I've been giving 100 to it day in, day out for, what is it now? Like 11, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's like that's all you know to an extent. Like you go into school, get your degree, blah 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 blah. Shit, half the time though, you in class tired as hell. They talking about some shit that don't mean nothing. College, hey, look, this college is a scam. I ain't gonna lie to you. You learn a lot, but you also don't learn nothing at the same time. Like
Couldn't
you
tell
also
you what I learned in my freshman year.
Bruh,
Couldn't tell you a thing.
I was at Elon for 6 years, bro. I can't tell you too much about my major. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sad.
Damn.
But most
Very
people
sad.
can't tell them much about. Like most people,
Damn.
I know
When you
enough.
go
I
to
know enough
school-
to get by and get in the field and do what I
Yeah.
need to do. But it's like I couldn't teach you.
I've learned that a lot of people's majors don't even help them get their job that
No.
they're like
No.
going to have.
No.
it's networking, bro. Networking and unfortunately nepotism in a lot of cases will help people. But with that being said,
I don't even know what
that-
nepotism means.
nepotism is like when a parent of yours, has a job and like you get a job because of like your parent was there. Basically, like you know how like people get
okay,
into Ivy
okay,
League
okay.
schools because their parents
man,
went to
their
Ivy League.
Come on, man, put them on game.
But they-
bro.
It's kind
one's
of
about
like
to rocks.
it's kind of
Okay.
like that. It's kind of like that. But like at the same time, it still doesn't change the fact that now is one of the most opportune times to become an entrepreneur and a self-made person and to really be self-employed, which is cool because depending on which way you kind of look at it is what you're gonna see. So like you could really like there's a lot of that stuff going on in like major companies or whatnot, but also there's opportunity for anybody to come out and make as much as they want to and to set their family up for a long time. Especially with that phone that you got.
Oh yeah,
With
that's
this, this is, bro. I'm telling you, this thing right here is more powerful than the sword,
Strongest
more
gun
powerful than
ever.
anything. You feel me?
Ever.
Because
Bazooka.
you can spread a message at any given time wherever you are in the world, and if it's engaging and people want to watch it and want to watch you, the amount of the size of the machine that you could make content wise is unlimited. There's no telling what heights you
can
can reach.
learn whatever you need to learn.
For sure.
Everybody knows what Google is. Some people like Yahoo. Good for them. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but
For sure.
you can learn literally everything that you want to learn.
Hell
You ain't
yeah.
gotta go to no library and do that. You know what I'm saying? It's good to read, you know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. But you can literally be anywhere and find out anything you need.
You should.
At
You
any-
literally
at
can
any
start
time.
seeing millionaires like around our age too.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
becoming
younger than us.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
like without even going to college, just
sure.
like doing little stuff like I don't know what it's called, like probably some within stocks or some within like marketing.
Hell
But
yeah,
you see
of
people
course.
our age like making money, like buying houses. There's like a 16. I seen like some on like the internet where like a 16-year-old bought himself a house.
Yup.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This college shit is a scam. Like doing my major, you know what I'm saying? I had sports medicine major. Like they told us the whole time, you know what I'm saying, when you get in the field, you know what I'm saying, for this job, whatnot, you most likely gonna start off as an intern. Say
So I'm
look,
finna-
say I
you
didn't
know-
have no full scholarship. Why am I paying $200,000 to $250,000 just to be an intern when I get out?
to go work for somebody else.
What?
Man, listen, let me
That
tell
don't
you.
even make no sense.
Let me tell you something. I caught wind of that my freshman year because they were like, "Yeah, I came in here as a policy studies major, like
Yeah.
political science kind of route," and they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna go work in somebody's office, probably sending emails and whatnot." And I was like,
No.
"Fuck that!"
That's whack.
My first job on paper, bro. I'm telling you, like I heard that and legitimately, like it was the point where my life like changed. It was a turning point for me. It was where I knew that if I had the chance to be self-employed, that I was going to chase it with everything that I had, and with just a relentless like level of hunger that nobody's seen in content creation before.
So
That's it. That literally it scared me to think that I was gonna go and wake up every single day and go, make somebody else successful, while on top of that, having maybe kind of a shot to go and like be a politician or do whatever that. So I was like, you know what? Screw that, man. I went down, I luckily has been making content for a while, kind of transforming into that. My first official job title on my resume is a founder and CEO.
sure.
You know what I mean? Just solely because like camp counselor and shit, of course, like doing high school jobs, everything. But my first job in my career as a founder, I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't be just an intern to somebody and only be looked at as someone where my value is based on how well I can send an email or how well I can go fill up somebody's coffee pot. And what a lot of us like around our age are realizing is like, we don't have to go do that shit.
I be trying to tell people that all the time, bro. Like you do not have to do that. Like things is changing now, bro.
Yeah.
It's what they say. It's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. It literally is. outrageous number of things you can do to go ahead and start your business. You know what I'm saying? Get what you need to do.
For sure.
Go what you need to do without having to work like hell for 5 years straight under somebody. You know what I'm saying? Working beside somebody who complain all day and y'all getting paid the same thing.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all all play football. Working hard is in your blood at this point. Especially if you done, especially like John, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Someone who didn't have no scholarship worked his way up, you know what I'm saying, getting some bread, you know what I'm saying, possibly getting some playing time, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? In your case, you know what I'm saying, coming from third to first, you know what I'm saying? Like, that work is instilled in your blood, you know what I'm saying? So imagine you a hard worker, you got your degree or whatnot, you working for a job, and the person beside you come to work every day, chilling, talking shit about the job, don't want to do nothing. He's getting paid the same, you getting paid or more. They don't even sit right in your heart. And if you settle for that, like I pray for you, because there's no way in hell I'm just gonna settle for no shit like that. Like I'd rather work hard for my own business, whatever it is, whether it's training people, coaching people, to help others, you know what I'm saying, and making my own money compared to working hard and not getting paid what I'm worth. Like there's no way.
For sure. And it's also like, I'm happy to see that everyone's realizing that you literally don't have to take that path. And I'll leave this segment of the conversation off with this, because we about to get into something real funny, some real out of pocket questions and shit. But I'll leave this section off
before them.
I'll leave this section off with this, yo. I like working that 9 to 5. If you do it, I don't got nothing against you or what you do.
Sure, no.
You know what I mean? Like that, if that's the path that you take and that's the path that God led you down,
That's how it
run
is.
with it. You feel me? And if I ever end up in that situation, I'm not gonna be like, I will never trip, because that's what I know. That's what I know that God has in store for me. But at the same time, man, if I got the opportunity to chase it, I'm gonna go chase it. And
Every time.
if that's where life takes me, I'm gonna know that deep in my heart, I gave it everything that I had to, you know, make my situation the best that it possibly could be. And if this is the best that my situation can be, I got a roof over my head, kids fed, you know, like everybody's okay, family's healthy, and I gotta go in and work that 9 to 5, man, I'm gonna go do it. You feel like there's nothing wrong with it.
You gotta do what you gotta
You
do.
know what I mean?
We all gotta eat somehow.
But I'm gonna sit in that chair knowing damn well that I gave it every single ounce of my being to go and, you know, like, to really transcend what was set out, like what was set up in front of me. You know what I mean? Just to try to go past that and to achieve more just in this life.
Right, for sure. I agree.
You know what I mean, man? But as we, you know, got that the heavy thoughts part of heavy thoughts, you feel me? I guess it's time for a little bit of out of pocket questions.
God,
they're not that out of pocket.
you know I got out of pocket answers.
No,
Sure.
you feel me? All right, so I need you to quantify for me how much sauce, in your opinion, belongs on a sandwich.
Oh shit! I got
Sauce on a sandwich.
How much sauce belongs on a sandwich?
See, it depends on what kind of sauce. It depends on what kind of sandwich we talking about.
Tight shit.
Same. You got a shrimp sauce. You got a shrimp po' boy. You know it got a little sauce on it.
Tight.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, like, I feel like you can go as far as you want with some sauce. But don't nobody like no soggy ass sandwich
At all.
I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand no soggy sandwich.
Maybe you want to throw it against the wall.
You trying to pick it up and it's falling out your hand. Cause, oh my God, that's terrible. It don't matter if it's a burger, sub, wrap. Like, look, have fun with your sauce. Have how much sauce you want, but as long as it's not soggy, bro, I think you good. I think you good, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I be counting in seconds.
Word.
Yeah,
You quantify your sauce in time?
in seconds. I'm so serious.
That's a hell of a measurement.
I'm so serious.
But all sauces don't
You
fall
fat.
the
You
same.
fat at heart, bro.
I'm telling you. So like ribs, right? Maybe it's not a sandwich, I know, but like a rib sandwich. Depending on how much barbecue sauce I really need to put on there, I'll go in seconds. If the ribs are really dry, has nothing on them, but it's just the meat and it's cooked really well, I'll probably go like 1.5 or 1. But if it's like
Second.
yeah,
1 second.
1 full second.
You going like 1 Mississippi type shit?
Yeah, like a full Mississippi. If you like
Talk to him.
full Mississippi, not like a 1 1,000
Shits.
1,000. Put it down.
Golly, man.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Nah, that's
You
not
put it like you put it on the top bun, you smush it down, it cover everything.
tight.
It's gonna get equally distributed.
I feel what you're saying. I'm not even a big sauce person anyway. Like I'm a dry rub wing, dry rub rib.
you crazy.
I like mixing my sauces.
Bro, in the country, bro.
Snapped.
In the country, bro, you know what I'm saying? Dry rub, listen. A lot of people love dry rub, man. One way or another. You know what I'm saying? Salt, ain't nothing wrong with sauce. But sometimes when people put sauce on stuff, they don't let stuff cook all the way. I know you done bit into a chicken wing and it's been kind of rubbery. Because they threw the sauce on too early.
Yeah.
Or if they did throw the sauce on, you know what I'm saying, they ain't leave it on there to cook. They was like, oh, you know what I'm saying, the sauce is doing what it needs to do, is done. Like that's the only reason why I'm a big like dry rub person, because I like all my stuff kind of well done. I like that grill taste.
I be feeling like if you can cook something dry rub and make it really good, you can cook anything and make it good.
You can have some dry rub and the meat and stuff be real juicy. Like if you know how to cook for real, you could really throw down for real. And services I had, I never turned back, honestly.
Best food I've ever had was a dry rub brisket.
Dry, hey.
Dry rub brisket went crazy. No sauce, no nothing. Cut into it, you get one slab.
Beautiful.
Perfection.
Telling you, bro.
But it was in Raleigh too. It was whenever I was in college, not in high school.
I'm gonna say this right now, and people gonna disagree with me, bro. But if you got a dry rub, bro, and you cooked it to perfection, it's gonna beat the sauce any day.
100%.
I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna just say that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people gonna disagree, but if you do it the right way,
you're not by yourself.
If you do it the right way, bro, it's beating sauce anytime.
100%.
Anytime.
Man, we might have to leave it at that. That's a hell of a heavy thought. You feel me?
We went deep into the food.
Literally,
credits.
You know we love food.
Literally,
I love food.
Literally and figuratively. That's the heavy thought right there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lord.
We took a whole journey to get there, but we got there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 2 of Heavy Thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Shout out yourself. Get the socials. You feel me? All y'all, everybody. What's up? Put yourself on camera.
William Lankford 7 on Instagram. Y'all can find me there for real. Say what's up. I'm a regular human just like you.
Yo.
Ain't special.
For sure, man. Hey, Torrence Wiz, man. Find me on Instagram at ENDTENXE, man. You know what I'm saying?
Local D-line coach in North Carolina.
National,
national D-line coaching soon.
Yeah, listen, man. If you need some good D-line coaching, I ain't talking about that. Show you a drill, have you do it. Nah, I'm gonna get on you and coach you the right way, man. If you know a school that need a D-line coach or anything, man, hit me up, bro. I'm down.
Really got some knowledge.
For real. Taught me how to play D-line.
He teach quarterbacks how to play football.
Type shit.
Like really, like on some real stuff. But we won't get into that since we're trying to roll credit.
Yeah, you're right.
We trying to roll credit.
We ain't gonna get into that right now, yo.
Ian Westport with 2 Ks at the end.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
I-dubbing this motherfucker, the dopest motherfucker alive. You feel me?
That boy Ian.
Type shit.
Bands, they call them.
Bands.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, sir. Young artists in here. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all. Peace.